system.
What is up, folks? Welcome to the next edition of the Losers Lounge podcast. I am your co-host, Christian freaking Maracle, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the historic episode number 20. How great is that, folks? 20 episodes.
That is amazing.
Legendary.
I can't believe that we've actually gone through 20 episodes of the Losers Lounge podcast. It's so great. In the meantime, first kicking things off, first of all, say hello, everybody, to the Healest of Ballers.
Yo. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Heel Baller.
That's
What's
right.
up?
And next, we have the Double R, Reister Ryan,
What's up, everybody?
who still has appeared in more podcast episodes than any of us.
Surprisingly.
And the one who said shut up
quiet.
is the great
Nope.
Flair section. It's Kelsey.
What's up?
That is awesome. And we're here to talk about Crown Jewel. Oh my god, Crown Jewel.
Don't get me started. You'll hear my anger and rage later.
Yeah.
More like Crown Joke.
It went
Crown
like,
Jewel,
I mean,
ladies
people
and gentlemen.
hated it. People
More
hated it at
like
first.
clowns. No.
This is a PG show, Kelsey. What are you doing? You're going to offend the kids.
Oh,
Well,
boo.
I will say one thing. People hated it at first because of it being in Saudi Arabia. I think we have a better reason to hate it now. But we're going to get to that once we get through. All right, let's get started, folks.
Wait. Y'all are starting the podcast without me?
What the?
Wait.
Oh my
BC and
God.
Rollins?
What?
What?
Oh
What?
my- Wait, is that who I think it is?
What?
Y'all
Who
started-
Connor?
is that?
Hey,
Y'all-
y'all starting it without me?
Y'all hear that?
Like, when'd you
Is
get
Is
here,
that,
Connor?
Is that-
BC and Rollins back from the dead?
Oh my god.
I was reincarnated.
He was reincarnated.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was unexpected. Please welcome back Connor, BC and Rollins.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
The five
My boy
the five
is
members
back.
of the original lounge are here. That's great.
Yes.
Connor, what brought you?
The
Connor, what brought you
The
here?
the boys and girl are back in town.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Connor, what brought you here today?
This pay-per-view, it was god-awful, so I thought it'd be the right time to come back.
I thought
Great,
you
homie.
left because you wanted to get fired.
No, I don't want to get fired.
Of course not.
Well,
He was never
no.
fired anyway, folks, because we always said he's always welcome back. I guess here he is.
he just decided this is the moment to come back.
That's great. Well, Connor, welcome aboard.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
All right, then, folks, we're going to talk about Crown Jewel, and it was starting off promising, I can tell you that, but then it went to shit.
That's pretty much.
Complete
Yep.
bullshit.
Some people could say this could be on the top 5 list of worst pay-per-views of all time.
Dang right, dude.
People were saying it was worse than December to Dismember.
That one was a piece of
That's
shit.
saying something.
That doesn't make Backlash look as bad anymore.
I know, right?
I know. But here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to go through each of the matches like we usually do. Connor, if you haven't been here in almost 15 episodes, do you still remember how this works?
I'm pretty sure I know how this works, yeah.
We're pretty much talking about what we thought about some of the matches.
Yeah,
I will say one thing, folks. One member of our lounge, Kelsey, did not watch the show, but however, she did see what happened, though. So it's gonna be let's just say warning ahead. We may not be so PG later on.
Nah. There's gonna be lots of hell to be raised in this one.
Yep. All right, folks. Let's kick things
Especially
off.
the main event, but we're
Yeah.
not there right now. So.
Oh no, the semi-main event counts.
Let's actually start things off with this. First of all, Willie, I have a question for you, which is, what was your
Yeah.
thoughts when Crown Jewel first became a thing?
I guess I was more shocked. I guess when they're going back to Saudi Arabia, and I thought to myself, well, has to go with the 10-year deal that I got with them, and of course the controversy that arose, which we're not going to talk about on here.
We already pretty much did that last week.
Yeah, but yeah, I was excited.
And Ryan, what was your thoughts when Crown Jewel first became a thing?
Let's see. I think I was actually at the Raw when they first announced it or something like that.
It was when Baron Corbin said something about like the Universal title match.
Yeah. Personally, I wasn't really too excited about it. Like, I didn't really care for it, but I was just like, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Kels, what was your first thoughts about the Crown Jewel then when it was first announced?
Honestly, did not give a about it.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You can say
You
whatever.
can swear if you want to.
You can say whatever you want. Actually, at this point.
I'm sorry, but I was like, whatever. I mean, wait, no. Whenever DX was like gonna have a reunion, I was excited, but then after that, I was like, nah, I don't really care.
Understandable. And Connor, what was your response when this first became a thing?
Did not care at all because it was just going to be another live event / turn into like a pay-per-view. So like I didn't really care because I didn't think anything was going to happen. But I never thought
basically
I'd
a house show.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be so mad at an event in my entire life.
What I will also say, of course, is folks, with the addition of Crown Jewel, that makes it 3 pay-per-views in a 30-day span.
Let's not get that. Let's just move on.
Yeah. 5 days after Evolution, which was a great show.
I thought it was pretty funny. I saw some people live tweeting about Evolution during Crown Jewel, and I thought it was hilarious.
At this point, anytime I write something down in my YouTube community, nobody's talking about. Like I did something about Evolution when I was doing the premiere episode of that, and all the 100 comments were about Crown Jewel, not about Evolution.
It's pretty bad.
I know, right?
All right, let's
That's
go
wild.
through the matches here. First of all, I want to ask. We kick things off with the appearance of the returning Hulk Hogan. And while a lot of people have, some mixed feelings about that, I understand that, and I'm not going to go into that. But I will ask Willie, what was your response to Hulk Hogan showing up?
I marked out. Not gonna lie, I marked out.
Yeah, we're not ashamed to say we did.
I put the controversy. Do what?
We're not ashamed to say we marked out.
Come on, man. For those who are listening to this podcast, admit it. You marked out when you heard I'm a Real American hit. Come on.
Yeah.
I put all the controversy crap in the back of my mind. I just enjoyed the moment. And it was pretty cool seeing Hogan back. Brother.
Yep. Ryan, did you like Hulk Hogan's return?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing him back. I mean, like you said, I know people kind of have mixed emotions, mixed feelings about it, but I mean, it was really cool to get to see his entrance again. So that was cool.
Let's see. Since Kelsey did not see the pay-per-view, however, I can pretty much ask, what was your response to Hulk Hogan's return, Kels?
This is gonna be good.
I can't.
You can be 100% on it. You can be 100%.
Go right ahead, Kels.
Hulk Hogan. I don't like him. I'm sorry. Like, I get he's a legend or whatever, but I don't like him. I'm sorry. If y'all want to come at me in the comments, come at me. I'll come at you harder, bitch. Anyway.
Exactly. People have tried to come at Kelsey in the comments. It never worked out well
Yeah,
for them.
I know. It doesn't work
Yeah.
out that well.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Like, if you're gonna insult me, at least get my fucking name right.
Exactly.
Like,
I still can't believe someone called her
Anyways.
Kelly. As a matter of fact,
like that. That was so
You
funny.
look like a Kelly.
we should call her Kelsey.
Man.
That's your new name,
I
now,
remember-
folks.
I remember when someone in the comment, Kelson needs to work on her mic skills.
Yeah.
Even though her mic skills were off the charts.
Yep.
Oh, and there was one that they said that we're being compared to what culture and
Yeah, there was
Cultaholics or
there was
whatever.
some guy who said like, "Oh, we guys don't know how to run a wrestling podcast. Take notes from what culture, stuff like that." And we're like,
shut the heck up.
Hey,
Take that
just
insult
let.
and shove it straight up your ass.
Oof. No,
Anyway.
this. No, this. Just know this. Are they making a podcast? That's the real question. It's true.
exactly.
Ooh.
Anyways, back to the task at hand. Connor, what did you think about Hulk Hogan returning?
I did not care at all, honestly, because I was asleep, and then I saw it on my timeline, and my timeline was going crazy with mixed feelings about it. A lot of people were marking out a lot of people were mad. I just didn't really say anything about it because it's a controversial like subject, so I just didn't really care.
Yeah, it's understandable. Anyways, folks, we're here to talk about the WWE World Cup. We're going to go through the quarterfinal matches first. Connor did not see like the first match of it, so he doesn't have that much to say about it, but that's okay. First of all, it's Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton to kick off the World Cup, and I will say I actually like that idea to kick things off. Rey and Randy, I was actually like, okay, that could actually go either way. And
Pretty really good match too.
I know
cool.
who won all the matches, but I didn't watch
that's okay.
any
Though.
of the matches.
The match is only 5.5 minutes long, and Rey Mysterio won with a quick roll-up.
Yeah, that shocked me.
It was one of the
First
only
match, folks.
It was one of the only out of nowhere victories where I was like, "Whoa, oh, okay, I like it.
Wait,
It's
but
okay."
I thought Randy won.
Nah,
No,
sadly not. Although Randy
Mysterio
Orton beat the shit out of him after the match ended, though.
Yeah, it was funny. Just a funny beatdown.
Good.
Yep. And so Ryan, what'd you think about the Rey versus Randy match?
I thought it was good. I thought I was kind of expecting to go a little longer, but I mean, it was a good match. I liked the one spot where I believe Rey did like a springboard or something like that. He tried to go off the springboard, and like Randy Orton like delivered a drop kick. I thought that was a really good spot.
I saw
the match was good.
Right, spot you're talking
That was
about.
cool.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Willie, what'd you think
They
about
turned
the
that into a
match?
gif. That was pretty cool.
Despite how brief
Them
it
two
was.
tangling it up again.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, they did pretty good.
I
It
think
was
they-
a pretty good match. They did pretty good.
I'm
Legends.
I think they made these matches like short because there was a lot of them and they're gonna have to be competing later.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I can understand that.
Yeah.
So Kelsey said she did not watch the match, but are you amazed, Kelsey, that at a 5-minute match, Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton did good than most people do at 20 minutes?
I wasn't
Very true. It's
surprised.
actually-
I mean, I'm
Rey
just glad
Mysterio.
Ray won because I can't stand Randy Orton.
That's all right though.
Oops.
It's so great to see Rey Mysterio back in the company full time.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's cool.
he returned like what twice this year in 2 Royal Rumble matches
Yeah.
before.
The other one in Saudi Arabia too.
Yeah, that's what a coincidence.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, let's go on to the next quarterfinal match, and that was The Miz, who went on to defeat Jeff Hardy in a 7-minute match. And I actually like that one too, because here's the thing. I like the quarterfinal matches of the show.
They're really good, I heard.
Yeah, Miz and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy looking as face painty as he usually does, and Miz looking like a Jedi all the time.
This looks like a ninja.
Ninja, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Willie, your thoughts on Miz defeating Jeff Hardy?
No shock there. It was a pretty good match. They did pretty good for, once again, the time that they were given. Nothing, not really big cool spots here. Just a regular match you would see on SmackDown Live. But once again, for what the time they were given, they did pretty good.
Twist a fake counter into the skull-crushing finale is how the match ended.
It was a really good spot, actually.
And, although my favorite counter, the twist of phase, whenever Randy did that into the RKO.
Yeah.
Yep.
Connor, your thoughts on Miz beating Jeff Hardy in the quarterfinals?
I wasn't shocked. I thought it was a really good match, though, for like the little time they actually had. Because I think it was like 7 minutes long or something.
That's funny. Didn't Willie say the exact same thing?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I did.
But, oh well.
It's
I
okay.
thought it was actually a really good match, though. And I'm glad Miz won because I wanted him to win anyways. So.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, no disrespect to Jeff Hardy. He's my childhood
Yeah,
hero. But we're talking about the future, the present, and the future. So,
See,
yeah.
we're being nice at the start of the show. Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, wait until we get to
Yep.
the big matches.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Ryan, your thoughts on Miz beating Jeff Hardy?
I thought it was very, very well win. I think the Miz definitely deserved. I didn't in my prediction. I did have Jeff Hardy defeat Miz because I really thought we were going to see like Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio. 'Cause I thought that would be a good match, but I was excited to see the Miz too, and I really thought the Miz had a chance to go all the way. I really did.
Yeah, we'll get to what happens to the Miz later on, but I will say that 2018 and actually these last few years have been great years for the Miz.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's why he should be WWE champ one day.
Facts.
Yes.
He
Yes.
should've been-
Instead of
he should've
AJ
been-
Styles.
He should have been Money in the Bank holder this year.
Let's not talk.
$12.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
Let's
at
not
this
talk
point,
about
the Money in
that.
the Bank is dead to us now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kels, your thoughts
Just get rid
on
of it.
Miz qualifying to the semifinals after beating Jeff Hardy?
I was happy because Miz deserved to win. Like, I love Jeff Hardy, but, I mean, come on now. Miz deserved
Bring
that
back no
win
more
more.
words.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks, we're going to go on to the next quarterfinal match. And we're going to see, Seth Rollins taking on my man, Bobby Lashley. Lashley.
Lashley.
Fuck off.
Lashley.
All right, I'm...
Lashley.
Okay.
Lashley.
All right,
Leo
folks. Yeah, Bobby Lashley. I'm just saying that quote because we just quoted the most annoying manager I have ever seen, Leo Rush.
I love Leo Rush, though. He's
Leo
doing his
Rush
job
is
well.
amazing.
Love
Was he
that guy.
talking?
Leo Rush
Was he
is my
talking?
dude.
Hey, was he talking on the mic during that match?
Thank God, no.
Yes.
I don't think, no, he wasn't. He did it for his entrance, though.
Yeah.
For the entrance, but not
Yeah, it
for
was
the
so
match.
annoying.
I think he was afraid to do that because they were in Saudi Arabia and he was going to annoy them.
Hell, he annoys everybody.
He's doing his job well, though.
You do realize that's Vince McMahon in his earpiece.
Yeah.
Like garbage in his ear. I feel so bad for
Here's
him,
a-
to be honest.
I actually
love
said
Leo
this.
Rush's Instagram lives. They're so funny.
I know. Oh my
They're
gosh.
Was he live earlier this morning?
I think he was. I don't know.
He usually does it on
His lives are
Tuesdays, right?
amazing.
I left his live to go on Ricochet's.
Ricochet has a live. Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow him on Instagram to make sure.
All right. I will say one thing about when it comes to the case of Leo Rush. I said this before on the Twitter DMs. His last name is Rush because that's what people do when they're trying to find the TV remote to hit mute.
That's so freaking true.
Oof.
How many times have you guys muted your TV whenever Leo Rush was annoyingly talking about Lashley?
Every
Lashley?
time.
I mute it
Not a
every
single
time
one.
Raw is on, to be honest. Whenever there's a segment I freaking hate, I just mute my TV. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we'll go back to the match because in this case, Leo Rush is irrelevant. Thank God for that.
Ouch.
However,
Ouch. Damn. That hurt.
as we know, Bobby Lashley took the place of one John Cena.
Yay.
I wonder why.
Gee. Here's
In
probably
terms-
a
John
reason.
Cena, because John Cena didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
In terms
John
of
Cena's the big boy. He can do whatever the heck he wants.
storyline, it's because quote on Baron Corbin, who we're gonna fuck on later tonight.
Did you just say who we're gonna fuck on?
Of course. Kelsey takes that the wrong way.
Of
Of course she
course.
does.
Man.
That's what I said. What the fuck? How else am I supposed
It's
to
that one moment.
take it?
It's that one moment when you're trying to
You
say,
guys are gonna fuck on Baron Corbin.
That means we're gonna rip him, talk bad about him.
Oh
not
my
like
God.
that. Not like
Oh my
actually,
God.
Okay.
"What the hell just happened?"
Okay. When somebody says they're gonna fuck on somebody, that means that. I think that means.
They're gonna get it on
This
top of
conversation
it. Okay, I get it now. The losers lounge is gonna get it on top of Baron Corbin. I get it now.
Well, you know what? Shut up. Don't act like y'all don't have perverted minds too.
Okay.
I am a child
I mean, whenever
of
I see
God.
Finn Balor, I get.
Shut the.
Okay, folks.
I am a Christian boy. I'm a child of God.
I am a faithful kid.
All right, guys. Let's get back to this.
All right.
In terms of
Anyways.
storyline, John Cena was not part of the match in Saudi Arabia because he quote unquote did not earn it, which I believe is true because he never even qualified in the first place.
True, actually.
Hell, even Kurt Angle qualified.
Ew.
Yep.
Kurt Angle.
He said, "Ew."
Yeah, shocker.
I can't stand
But in
Kurt
the
Angle.
meantime, though, the match is just like the first match. It was only 5.5 minutes long, and Seth Rollins got a quick victory after the curb stomp.
No surprise there.
Yeah, I mean, although at the same time, it doesn't really sound really believable because Bobby Lashley dominated almost the entire match and then just took one curb stomp and that's it.
And then there was some joke on Twitter about Seth Rollins saying, let's just say 9/11. Jesus Christ.
What?
Burn it down,
I am
get
not
it?
talking about it on here.
Yeah,
No,
somebody.
I am not talking about it on here. You need to go look it up. No, dude, don't talk
I
about
already,
it.
I
It's
know what
so
you're
bad.
talking about.
The
Somebody send me that. I
references
wanna
is
see
burn
that.
it down
Oh, yeah.
catchphrase.
Okay, you want to know what it was?
Go ahead. Tell 'em.
Somebody posted a picture of the
The World
when
Trade
that plane
Center.
Twin
crashed into
Towers.
the world. Yeah, and they were like, "Burn it down."
Oh God! Oh
That's
so
no!
freaking
That's the mess.
First of all,
That is not funny.
and for the other thing, that was Afghanistan, not Saudi Arabia.
That's
Yep.
true.
People were making
Christ.
jokes about how. Then they were making jokes about how the crowd's probably gonna riot and kill the wrestlers. I'm like,
I heard
"Damn,
that
calm
video
down."
down.
for like
I'm like,
weeks,
calm
and I'm like,
down.
Yeah, that was
Jesus Christ.
pathetic. Why do people think, oh, they're going to Saudi Arabia? That means their lives are in danger.
No,
That's just racist.
it is.
And people think it's okay to be racist in Saudi Arabia is all because of their laws up against, certain rights.
Oh my god, I hate people these days.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
either way, Willie, your thoughts on Seth beating Bobby Lashley?
No shock. Quick match. Next.
Ryan,
That's all
what
I
about
gotta say. That's all I got. I really didn't pay attention to it, to be honest with you. I had my head turned, literally.
Is it because of Leo Rush?
No, because I was eating.
Because of your rush.
Ryan, your
yes.
thoughts on Seth beating Bobby?
My man Bobby Lashley
God, I
did
shouldn't
really
have
good. I gotta say.
Oh, God, I
He put a
should
good
not have
fight,
asked.
but he just didn't do it. No, I'm just kidding. I thought it was a really good match, honestly. Lashley did most of the dominating, but Rollins came back around and beat Lashley.
Yep. Connor, your thoughts on Seth defeating Bobby Lashley, knowing you're a big Seth Rollins mark.
He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
Legend.
He tweets
Legend.
that. Connor tweets
Kenny
that.
Omega's better.
Connor tweets that literally every night, even with Sammy Guevara.
Very true.
Yep.
So go follow him.
And me.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody on here.
That's true. And Kelsey, your
Speaking-
thoughts on Seth defeating Bobby Lashley quickly after only a 5-minute match?
Seth deserved it, and I'm glad he won because, no offense, but Bobby Lashley, I mean, he's all right,
Trash.
but
Trashly.
bruh.
Dang.
Lashley, oh my
Don't
God.
disrespect the GOAT.
Oh.
The GOAT.
This reminds me. What were your guys' thoughts on when it comes to the quarterfinals? They were actually announcing the accomplishments of all the wrestlers.
Somebody made a joke. They're like, why is the announcers reading off their Wikipedia pages?
Okay,
I
that
was
is actually
laughing.
funny.
I was laughing so hard.
When they were announcing, how each of the wrestlers had, these accomplishments, they're former this champion, former that champion, it's kind of sad that all Bobby Lashley had was former ECW champion, United States champ.
That was pretty funny, actually. I laughed when he said that, because that's his only accomplishment.
Yeah. Let's go to the final quarterfinal match, and that was Dolph Ziggler, who defeated Kurt Angle, and I was actually surprised, because I thought knowing WWE and their boners for part-timers, they would give him Kurt Angle the shot.
Damn. I don't even know why Dolph went so far in the tournament.
Ziggler to me is just a joke.
Yeah.
Hey, don't disrespect my boy like that.
He's trash.
As long as you don't disrespect Drew, then we're all good here.
Yep. I believe,
No
I was
Drew
thinking
or
about the hate
Dolph
towards
slander will
Be tolerated.
So, Willie, your response
Or
on
Finn Balor
Dolph...
slander.
Yeah, Willie, your response on Dolph Ziggler defeating Kurt Angle.
It was no joke. It was once again a short match. And be honest,
I feel like we have a
turned
trend
away.
here with short
Yeah.
matches.
I know, right? It's just a short match. That's all I gotta say about it. To be honest. Nothing
Yeah.
entertaining.
What,
Kurt Angle's
what
slow
was the
now.
point in putting Kurt Angle in it if he was
That's what
gonna-
no, dude. Literally, that's what I said.
like?
What the heck was the point? You know?
I had him going to at least the semifinals.
Yeah.
Weird.
Or at least I thought he was gonna win just so he can take on Seth Rollins in the semifinals, and Seth would go on.
But no, WWE likes to rob people of their dreams.
I can't believe. Never mind. We'll get to it when we get to it. But,
Let's see, Connor, your thoughts on Dolph Ziggler defeating Kurt Angle?
I started busting out laughing, and I was like, "Why is Dolph going so far to
I
this?"
thought he was about to say I busted a nut.
Oh my god.
No, that's when Seth Rollins comes
yeah.
out. But
and you want to come at me for saying, you know what?
Sorry about that,
I
Kels.
didn't come at you. What?
No, she's referring to the rest of us. We're sorry about that, Kels. But go ahead, Connor.
I thought it was it was an okay match. It was just very short. So, like, there was a trend here with short matches, so there's really nothing to say, like, honestly.
The good thing is...
That's on WWE, though.
Yeah, the one moment when you realize... What? Go ahead.
I just thought it was so pointless to, like, have Kurt Angle in the match. Because...
That spot should have been put for Balor or whatever. Come on, man. Balor was even on this card. Pissed me off.
The only accomplishment he would ever have is the Universal title. That's it.
I think actually... you can count NXT, I guess, too.
Even NXT. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, Ryan, your thoughts on Dolph defeating Kurt Angle?
Couch is making me hungry.
What? I'm not doing nothing.
Ryan, you're up, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right. Honestly, I'm going to say this. I think it was a really good match. I actually had Kurt Angle beating Dolph Ziggler. But I'm happy with Dolph Ziggler winning. I thought it was a really good match. I thought Angle was going to make Ziggler tap right at the last second because Ziggler tried to keep getting out of it, but Angle, he kept locking it in. And finally Ziggler gets out, and then, a move later, and then he does the zigzag and he puts it with Kurt Angle. But, from that promo, it looked like Kurt Angle was actually going to have a good run in this Cup tournament. But, I guess it is what it is. I can't really complain.
And Kels, you said before it seemed pointless to have Kurt in the tournament. What'd you think about Dolph defeating him to move on?
I really wanted Kurt to win.
That's okay. Here's the thing, folks. We ain't gonna criticize anybody just because of who they wanted to win.
Exactly.
That goes for everybody in the comments too.
Facts.
But so anyway,
haters are gonna hate.
And then after this, we took a break from the World Cup, and then we went to the SmackDown Tag Team title match between The Bar and Arabian Nights. The New Day.
That was literally what I was thinking.
Wait,
I
who?
did not watch this match.
The New Day.
The New Day had this awesome entrance on a carpet.
Yeah, on a magic carpet, because, they're in Saudi Arabia, so Aladdin, Arabian Nights.
Well, racism they WWE.
I actually didn't watch this match because I was getting ready for basketball practice, so, I didn't even watch this match, actually.
That's okay.
It was a cool entrance.
I saw the entrance, but I didn't watch the actual match.
The match was boring, to be honest.
I will say that. The Bar defeats the New Day to retain in a 10.5-minute match, but once again, we're getting short matches.
Big slow interference. Yeah, no shocker there.
Yeah, really.
I'm kind of glad the Bar are the champs because I'm low-key tired of the New Day.
I've been tired of the New Day for a long time.
I love them, but dang,
just
they need to separate.
Just imagine hearing this. Clap for your world-famous 6-time champs.
You know what we need to hear? SOS. I hear them.
Yes.
Let's go, Kofi.
Jamaican, man.
We need that Kofi back.
Yeah, that was great.
Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican?
Oh, God, I remember that.
Holy crap, that was 9 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, Willie, your thoughts?
That was my best year.
Willie, your thoughts on the Bar defeating New Day?
Wait, who'd you say? Me?
Willie.
Oh, Willie. Okay.
Cool, I guess. I'm saying cool about these matches. I didn't care. I saw it coming.
That's okay.
Next.
Ryan, your thoughts on the Bar defeating New Day, Ryan?
Excuse me.
I thought it was a good match. New Day and the Bar always put on good matches, but it was predictable who was going to come out with the win.
Facts.
All right, Connor, your thoughts on the Bar defeating New Day thanks to Big Show?
Okay, what was the point of Big Show? I actually want to know.
Well, I think, if you think about it, it evens the odds.
I guess, but that's pretty much it. I heard it was a good match, though, and, Bar. I like the Bar, so I'm kind of glad they're champs.
I will say I was surprised about one thing. Big Show hit Biggie with a knockout punch, and Biggie was still standing.
I thought that was... Yeah. I saw that clip, and I started busting out laughing. I thought that was pretty funny.
I was actually surprised.
We no sell around here.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you got a bro kick in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it was just so random.
So, Kels, your thoughts on the Bar defeating New Day thanks to Big Show?
I was glad they. I
It's okay.
can't talk.
It's okay.
I'm glad they won because they deserve to be the champs. Like I don't know. I love the New Day and all, but 6-time champs, nah.
Yeah, that would have been like.
SmackDown barely has any tag teams, so keep throwing the New Day.
Well, because they broke up freaking. I'm not even gonna get into that right now.
They have Gallows and Anderson, but they don't want to use them, so it's fine.
Yeah, whatever the hell happened to
And there's
Gallows and
Sanity.
Anderson?
And there's Sanity.
Who? Sanity. I haven't seen Sanity in months.
Where the hell is all these guys? Like, what the hell?
They don't use.
They're in catering.
Use
They're in catering, fam.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna continue on. Then we're gonna go back to the World Cup because we're gonna talk about these semifinal matches. First, the first semifinal match was The Miz versus Rey Mysterio, and this one was actually lengthy in terms of time length.
This is actually a good match.
The Miz and Rey Mysterio.
This is a good match.
I will say, Willie.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Sorry, apologies. Go ahead.
Wait, what happened?
You were like, this is a good match, and Christian was trying to talk, and then you were like, this is a good match, and he...
Go ahead, Chris. I apologize.
It's all good. The Miz went on to defeat Rey Mysterio to make it to the finals. In my opinion, it was Rey's own damn fault. Because think about this.
Fact.
The Miz was in position. Rey successfully connected the 619. Then what did Rey do? He stopped to pose and look at the fans before climbing the top rope, which allowed Miz to put his knees up and roll him up to win.
He took 84 years, to be honest.
Took a while.
Yeah, there was
It's
so
only
much.
just a
Smart strategy.
Miz deserved to win.
Yeah. After
Yes, people
That
make it
could
to
have gone either
match.
way, though, to
Ooh.
be honest. Like whoever won,
Oh, yeah.
would not have been mad. I'd have been mad. So.
Yep. Willie, your thoughts on Miz defeating Rey?
It was okay. I was kind of shocked. I thought Mysterio was going to win. But, give it to Miz was probably the right move. Good match.
I agree.
Good match. Right move to give it to the Miz. But then it was ruined. We'll get to that later. My God.
Ryan, your thoughts on Miz defeating Rey?
I thought it was a good match, honestly. I was really kind of hoping we would see Rollins versus Mysterio in the finals. I thought that would be really cool, but I'm happy with Miz winning.
In my opinion, good guy versus good guy doesn't even sound like a cool match these days. But then again, the finals was going to be bad guy versus bad guy, and that's something we hardly see at all. That's why I was like, I want to see that. But we'll get to that in a moment. But I will say,
Cleveland boys.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's true. Connor, your thoughts on Miz defeating Rey Mysterio?
It was a good match, and it could have gone either way. Like I said, if Rey won, I would have been happy, and Miz won, I would have been happy. So, I mean, it was a good match, and I'm glad Miz won and went to the finals.
That's understandable very much. And Kels, your thoughts on Miz defeating Rey?
I was happy. That's it.
Understandable. That's for me.
I didn't watch the match, so I can't say anything.
That's okay. Knowing me and how I'm a huge Miz fan myself, I was going crazy. So you can imagine how I must have been at the finals. All right. The next and the second semifinal match was the best match of the night: Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins.
They always put on great performances, dude.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
this was the best match of the night.
They had great chemistry.
They had great matches. It's just the crowd was always either so dead or so annoying that it made the match look really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about it.
Extreme Rules and
Let's
the
not
Iron Man
talk
match
about,
countdowns.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Let's not talk
Don't
about
get
that.
me started.
Yeah, let's not talk about
No.
that. Dolph Ziggler went on to
We'll be
defeat
here all
Seth
day.
Rollins. I will ask Willie, were you shocked?
I busted out laughing.
Yeah, Willie, were
I
you shocked?
busted out laughing.
Were you shocked when Dolph Ziggler beat Seth Rollins?
Yes, I just laughed so hard. I was like, "What?"
2018, and we're still pushing Dolph Ziggler, by the way.
I know, right? It's insane. Hey, but Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement in 2018, so anything can happen,
Anything is possible at this point.
Yep. Hey, we saw a kid won a title this year, so
That's
Do
true,
not remind
Nicholas.
me of that.
That was amazing. Shut up. He's GOAT.
Wait,
Wow.
who?
Nicholas, we're referring to Nicholas.
That,
Oh.
Nicholas.
Anyway, Ryan, your thoughts on Dolph Ziggler defeating Seth Rollins?
I was also like kind of a little shocked, but at the same time, like Drew McIntyre was at ringside, so I mean, it kind of made sense.
Oh Lord! Oh, sorry. I forgot we were recording. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Oh Lord, man.
Damn.
I believe what happened, like Seth was on the top rope and Drew pushed him off and he pretty much splatted on the canvas.
Yeah, and then like that was it from there.
I
Which
mean,
is kind of weird.
That was funny.
I kind of saw Dolph winning anyways because Drew was out there, so I was not like surprised when he won. Like,
I was expecting Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I was more surprised that Dean Ambrose.
What the fuck would Dean Ambrose come out?
Probably to cost Seth the match. But Connor, your thoughts on Dolph Ziggler defeating Seth Rollins?
To the even the odds
mad.
counts.
I was mad. That's all I'm gonna say.
You were back.
Well, actually, the cost set the match.
I was mad. I was sad and mad, and I was like, "Why are we still pushing Dolph Ziggler in 2018?"
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to see Rollins versus Miz again, because they always had really good matches.
That's true. Backlash, even though that was a shit pay-per-view, that actually was a great match.
Yeah, it was a terrible pay-per-view.
Yeah,
And that
this
was
one,
like the best match of the night, and I wanted to see it again.
The best pay-per-view of 2018, folks. Backlash.
Wow.
Yeah, don't even.
I'm
It's
kidding.
like a disgrace of a joke.
That's called sarcasm. That's a sarcasm.
It's okay. Anyways, we're going to get to the finals in a moment, but I think this is where things are going to start to get a little heated up, because let's start things off with the random WWE title match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe again.
The most random ending to a WWE title match ever.
I also did not watch this because I just didn't want to, and I knew AJ was going to win, so there was no point.
Okay. Let me
Go ahead, Kels.
just
This can be good.
I love AJ Styles, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just like so sick of him as champ. Like, he's like, it's not nothing against him, it's just he's becoming a boring champ, and I'm like, is anybody ever gonna take the title off of him?
Yes, The Miz.
Oh, boy.
When though? When though is the question.
Royal Rumble.
Maybe
I'm calling it. Royal Rumble.
don't forget about TLC.
That could happen. I think AJ's on the belts into 2019.
Is tomorrow gonna be a year?
Yeah, tomorrow marks a year. I mean, by the time this video is released, it will be on the day, but for our recording purposes,
it'll be a year.
Yeah.
Because you won the 7th.
Champion for a year. Congrats.
That's crazy. Not surprised though.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Wait, he won the title November 7th, 2017.
Coincidence. It's kind of weird
that's his second title reign.
Yep.
How long was the first title reign?
The first title reign went from like
200.
September to January or something, 2016 to 2017.
So technically, true.
As for
I think he won't drop it to the Royal Rumble.
you know, it's still
Ryan.
you still kind of want to know what's still kind of funny. The previous WWE champion was Jinder Mahal still.
That's not about him.
And that's so long ago.
What happened to Jinder?
He's back to
He
being a
got beat
jobber.
by Apollo Crews last night.
Back to jobbers.
I am not joking. I just
Do not disrespect Apollo Crews, or I will be heated. You know what's funny? I actually have an Apollo Crews shirt, so don't disrespect the guy.
I remember that shirt.
Don't disrespect. No, okay. I bought that shirt when he was in NXT. That's not my fault. Okay.
Here's the funny thing. Jinder got defeated by a moonsault. No joke. A standing moonsault.
That's the best.
Okay, so much voices at the same time.
Oh God.
All right, let's go back. Let's get back on track here.
God, I miss Jinder Mahal's theme so much.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track here.
Well,
All right.
excuse me.
It's all right.
We're going to have a good time.
Okay, Vicky. God,
Wait, did you just call her Vicky?
yeah.
Okay,
Oh, God,
now
man.
you're gonna get it, Ryan.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Now you're gonna get it.
All right, can
I
I
know.
just say this though? I watched the end of the match, and that was the most awkward pin I ever saw.
What?
Like for him to win.
We're talking about.
Botched.
Are we still talking about Apollo Crews here?
No, I'm talking about AJ versus Samoa Joe.
Oh. Yeah, it was a single phenomenal forearm after Joe dominated pretty much the whole match, and it was an awkward pinfall, the whole time.
He was just holding his leg. He didn't it was really weird.
It was so weird and awkward.
So, Willie, your thoughts on AJ defeating Joe?
No surprise there. Next.
Yeah.
There's really no surprise.
Forgot to mention, this is all because Daniel Bryan backed out.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan has his reasons too. They're actually good reasons, so yeah.
Well, Daniel Bryan sadly has to go to the back of the line now.
Reed, sucks to be you.
Yep, he tapped
I
out.
haven't heard reap in forever.
Really? I thought that was your catchphrase.
Reed.
Connor,
I stole it from you.
so, Connor, your thoughts on AJ defeating Joe?
I didn't care at this point because I knew Samoa Joe should have won, and he carried the whole feud. To be honest,
yeah.
Samoa Joe should have won at SummerSlam, but
Ryan, what about you?
I'll be your new daddy now.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, Wendy. Oh,
And Ryan, your thoughts?
I mean, I kind of expected who was gonna win. I mean, it was a good match, I'll say, but it was pretty obvious who was gonna walk out the champ.
Yep, and of course, Kels, your thoughts on AJ defeating Joe?
I mean, I was mad, but I wasn't surprised.
Yep. That's why the rest of the night is about to get on our nerves, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about the Universal title match.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do things one at a time.
I mean, we just got our laughs out. So
Can I go
time to get
first?
serious.
We're gonna go.
Yes,
We're gonna do
go right
one
ahead.
thing. We're gonna go one at a time. First of all, I will say, thanks to Baron Corbin, Brock Lesnar is a two-time Universal Champion.
Corbin!
Go ahead, Kels.
Fuck that!
It's okay. It's okay. No holds barred tonight. Go ahead.
I used to love Baron Corbin. But ever since he's been the Raw general manager, he's been fucking getting on my nerves. And the fact that Brock Lesnar is two-time Universal Champion, that is a disgrace. That is fucked up. I hate it. I wish... it just makes no sense. Why? Why?
Here's what made it even worse, because after
Why
Baron.
not Braun win, and then we could have got Braun versus Drew, and that would have been amazing.
I just want to say, what kind of monster is Braun that he can't even beat Brock Lesnar?
But instead,
Yeah.
we got Broccoli fucking Lesnar, and he's gonna hold the title for another 500 days, and he's gonna fucking never show up, so we're never gonna see the Universal title again. So that's fucking great.
Until WrestleMania, probably.
So that's great.
Yep.
Love that. Yep. Anyways.
Well, I will say,
say.
the moment when you can literally recite how the match went is the moment where it's just bad. Think about this: 1 F5 pin, 2 F5 pin, 3 F5 pin, 4th F5 out of the ring, throw back into the ring. Braun hits a big boot, hits a 5th F5, and that's it. Connor, go ahead.
What a 5-star classic, boys.
Connor, go ahead. Your thoughts on this?
I don't even know anymore. I haven't watched Raw in weeks, and because I knew Brock was gonna win, and I'm just I don't want to get my hopes up. And yeah, I watched it. I was very disappointed. I started busting out laughing actually when he won, and then I got mad after it went to commercial break. I got mad. I was like, this is so stupid, honestly. And I hate that part-timers just go in and just win titles. It's so annoying.
So fucking awful. Ryan, your thoughts on the Universal title?
Let me just say, everybody from Vince McMahon to all the
Go on,
writers,
Brian.
to all, oh yeah, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it.
They can all choke on a pickle.
I hope they choke on a Cheeto, to be honest.
From Vince McMahon to all the writers.
All right, go ahead, Ryan.
From Vince McMahon to all the writers, take all the papers, take all the pins they got, turn them sideways, and stick it straight up their fucking asses.
Yeah!
That is beyond bullshit to me. And that is a damn disgrace to Braun Strowman, who won
There you
the
go.
fucking
Let it
money
all
in the
out,
bank
buddy.
briefcase,
Let it out, Ryan.
And he fucking, you make him fucking fail. You could have made him one of them last year, but you didn't want to fucking pull it.
Let it all
I
out.
don't
Let
care
it
how
all
much.
out, buddy.
I don't care
Let it
how
all
much
out. Let it all
money
out.
Brock
Guys, hold up a
Lesnar
second,
made.
hold
I
up.
don't care how of a beast he looks.
I will say, here's the thing. It's nice to hear Ryan go off, but at the same time, we're hearing so many voices at the same time telling him to go off. He's going off.
I've never heard Ryan use this type of language. That's
Go
why.
ahead. Continue. Continue what you were saying,
tried.
Ryan. Everybody, shh.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, I understand. But yeah, it's not too often I go off on stuff like this because I try to be nice as possible. But that was complete bullshit to Braun Strowman. He worked his ass off week in and week out to have this motherfucker to come in and take the belt once again, who doesn't even show up for like 2 or 3 damn times a year. And now we're stuck with this bullshit again. And also, a fact is this. That is a disgrace to Roman Reigns too.
Yes.
Roman Reigns worked very hard too. And
Exactly.
they give it right back
worked
to the
his ass
motherfucker.
off to win that fucking title.
You think Ryan's that and wait till they get to me.
Oh
yeah.
my God, I am
And
crying
just
right
one
now.
more thing. One more thing. I hope Brock Lesnar loses the Universal title soon and get your ass out of here and go to the UFC
I thought he
forever.
was gonna leave and never come back, but I guess I was wrong.
At this
Dude, I'm
point,
crying right now.
I'm sorry. Braun Strowman, I'm sorry. They mistreated
Braun
you.
Strowman, sweetie, I'm so sorry that they treated you that way.
But just give everybody that you see, everybody in the creative room, just give them a running power slam. And even Vince McMahon.
that'll
Because
work.
they deserve that for screwing you over. Now I'm done.
Hell yeah.
Ryan, I love you. I love you, buddy. Oh my God. Give this man a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, I went up on Twitter too. I tried to be nice as possible, but that's going too far, and I've had enough of it. And that's the
Awesome.
bottom line because I said so.
Boom.
That was the greatest promo I ever heard.
That was a shoot
Ryan
promo
would,
right there.
Ryan would be a great heel.
Excellent.
Ryan, can you be my manager, please? I beg of you.
Yeah.
That could be the Paul Heyman
Yeah.
for you, Connor.
Get ready
That's
for
hilarious.
my man, Connor Riley. Riley. Come on now.
There you go. You can be my
No. No.
All right. That was great work, Ryan. Willie, it's
Thanks
your
very much.
turn.
All right. You get ready, ladies
You
and
want to
gentlemen.
hear a fucking rant?
Oh, Willie,
you
I saw
did
your
on-
video when you went on.
Okay. For everyone who has not seen the Heels to Bowers channel, I want you to go check it out right now. Go check it out. I went on an 8-minute freaking fucking long rant about how this disgrace of a goddamn company, this disgusting company, went
Go off.
and disrespected Strowman. How fucking dare you, WWE? And once again, to all the writers, Vince, Kevin Dunn, the writers backstage. Hell, Brock Lesnar yourself. How can I choke on a freaking penis?
Oh, my
Go fuck yourself.
God.
Dang.
Go
Dead.
freaking
I'm
fuck
fucking
yourself
dead.
till the end of freaking time. What you did on that night in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia was disgrace and disgusting displeasure. What you did was disrespect Roman Reigns. But everyone who's held that belt. I don't care how many people have held that belt. Yeah, Goldberg, Kevin Owens,
Goldberg
Balor.
fucking held that belt, and I
Give
forgot.
a shit. What you did on that night, WWE, you disrespected everyone who has held that belt. You made a fool out of freaking Braun Strowman. You made a fool out of everyone watching that show. And now you have the freaking pussy Brock Lesnar. It had to, they want heel Balor, they're getting heel Balor. You got the pussy Brock Lesnar freaking win the title that's been disgraceful. And this is what I've been saying. This title should be exterminated. But no, we're gonna keep it around. And apparently, WWE title is second overall title that's been around for almost 2 years. A title that shouldn't even exist. But you're gonna put it on Brock Lesnar. You're gonna put it back on the part-timer. I'm sick and tired of these part-timers coming in. You had The Rock, Batista. I love Batista, but you had him come in. You had all these part-timers come in, and you disrespect the freaking full-time talent. I'm sick and tired of this shit.
Oh,
Vince-
Lord.
Vince, I swear to God, like, I can't wait for Triple H to take over. Seriously. Every single one of you guys backstage backstage in this comment. I don't care what anybody write in this comment. Write in the comment section below. Oh, heel Balor's going too far. Oh, he's getting too overexcited. No. This is coming from the heart. This is passion. This is freaking real. What you did on that night in Saudi Arabia was disrespectful to Roman Reigns, to everyone who's held that title. I don't hear any people saying that, oh, this is a good move. Because you're all freaking trolls. Fucking trolls.
You know,
So Brock, eat a dick, suck on it, and go get ass whipped for UFC by Daniel Cormier.
Oh, God.
my
Fucking
God.
shoot heel promo. WWE, fuck you. That's all I gotta say. And fuck Vince McMahon.
Wonderful
Bullshit.
times.
Just complete bullshit. And that's the rant for the day. And I'm gonna give my round of applause. Go right ahead. Go ahead. Woo! Go right ahead.
That was beautiful. Here you go.
What I also want to tell you from my end,
I appreciate it.
how this looks from my end is like, we've been going through a lot of really bad shit when it came to Brock Lesnar's first title reign back when he won at WrestleMania in Florida. He held the title for over 500 fucking days.
And
Didn't
he
show-
only showed up for like 10 of those days.
And that title
Yep.
was sitting on his bedside while he banged his wife.
Oh!
Oh,
Why?
Yo, Balor's on fire!
Oof. Too far. I apologize. Oof. Oof.
Well, I will say,
Oof.
for my case, like how this looked from my end and everything, I'd be pissed off if Brock Lesnar just won the title in general and everything, but I was also pissed off because the only offense that Braun Strowman had in the match was a fucking boot to the face, and that is it.
Take over,
guy-
guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
all right.
A guy who's
this
been
is
known as the
pathetic.
freaking monster among men and everything. Braun Strowman has survived the best of the best, has dominated Brock Lesnar, and after taking a single title shot to the back of the head, can't even, do anything else. And Baron Corbin, what the fuck? Baron Corbin, just attacks Braun with the back of the head with the
Fuck
title
you,
belt.
Baron.
I don't
Fuck
fucking get this. This is, really, like Willie and Ryan had said, this is fucking disgraceful, especially to Roman Reigns. This pretty much erases...
Yep.
This erases everything that Roman Reigns has ever, worked hard for. He worked hard for everything. Even if people fucking hated him, he just did whatever he could to say that the Universal title needs to come back
I
here
need a
and be
drink
in the
after that
hands
shit
of a
rant.
full-time fucking wrestler. But that's not the fucking case. Because we're back to having part-time
why
bullshit.
And that's why Braun was chasing Baron Corbin last night.
Exactly.
Yep.
I'm hoping
I
that
hope
Braun Strowman
Corbin
finds Baron
gets his
Corbin
head
and rips
ripped
him to
off.
shreds.
Tear the
Man.
rest of his non-existing hair off. Hell,
Damn.
Ron, cut your own hair off, put it on Baron's head, cut that off, and then just shove it in his mouth.
Wow.
What?
Well, I will also say, at this point,
We ain't playing around today.
I've just completely given up on the Universal title and any chances of
Yeah.
it becoming
Just
relevant.
get rid of the belt. At this
Bring
point.
back the big gold belt.
I've gotten over it now because I just don't fucking care anymore. Here's the thing. I don't give a shit anymore if Brock Lesnar defends that title against Daniel Cormier in the UFC, because you know what? I think it'd be funny to see Daniel Cormier whoop Brock Lesnar's ass and win that WWE title and say, okay,
That dude has charisma.
you can keep
tell
it.
you.
Bye-bye. But that's where we are right now in the terms of the Universal title picture, because at this point there is no picture. There's nobody in the title picture now.
This is the only first of second rant that we got coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to go from that to, folks, we're going to talk about the World Cup. Originally, it was going to be Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, The Miz suffered what appears to be some sort of knee injury. I don't know if that was real or not, but it kind of seemed
I heard that was legit.
here's what I was thinking. If Miz is not able to compete, I was actually about to start cheering because I was like, wait. I mean, sure, I'm pissed off that Miz is hurt, but this means Dolph Ziggler can win the cup by forfeit. I was like, yeah, that'd be great. Or if that doesn't work, he could just face off against the runner-up, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen,
Here
your
comes
winner
the money.
and the best in the world is Shane McMahon.
CM Punk and Kenny Omega say hello.
Hey.
That's so
Hey.
fucking funny. That's
Hey guys,
so...
y'all say Kenny Omega's the best in the world, Okada, Seth Rollins, you know that? No, remember, it's Shane McMahon.
Yeah, Shane McMahon's the best in the world. The heck with all the other guys. What a joke.
You know what? I think this is probably like the biggest screw you to CM Punk.
I wrote on Twitter during this pay-per-view that this
That's
is a
what me and
big
Willie said.
Yeah, we both said like this is a big screw you to CM Punk. This entire pay-per-view was. What a joke.
It was so freaking pathetic and everything.
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
What's even more funny is when he won the thing, he runs around acting like he won the whole tournament. I mean,
I'm like an idiot. I'm like, I love Shane, but like you look an idiot.
Like, really, shouldn't like the Miz have won that, even though Shane competed for him?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
But we gotta give it to a McMahon because McMahon has to be the best in the world. Tired of this crap.
Yeah.
Connor, your thoughts on Shane becoming the best in the world?
I laughed. I legit started busting out laughing. Like this whole event, I started busting out laughing because it was just so dumb and made no sense. This whole event. So I mean, and I made a joke saying that like apparently Shane McMahon is the best wrestler in the world. So I mean, it was just dumb.
Baron Corbin just tweeted, "I really need security guards, bitch. You need to fucking leave.
You need a freaking army is what you need.
you need to fucking leave.
Get your butt off Monday Night Raw and then get a new general manager."
Anyways,
You know what made it even worse, actually?
What?
It's the fact that, Shane has been gone for so long and he just now randomly shows up, and all of a sudden he's the best in the world.
This is apparently going to lead to a heel turn for whatever reason. God.
Kelsey, your thoughts on Shane becoming best in the world?
I thought it was stupid.
Oh, okay.
Enough said, huh? And,
That's all I can say. I didn't watch the shit, so I don't really know what else to say.
That's
The
okay.
shit sausage on a shit sandwich. It had to be said. There's still more anger and rage.
Yeah, go ahead, Willie. Go ahead and say your thoughts on this.
Complete garbage, dude. How dare they? Once again, this is just... And think about all those guys who worked so hard and came over from the States for the show, They came over for this show, and what does WWE do? Give a big F you to all those guys working in that ring. Miz, F you. Rey Mysterio, F you. Seth Rollins, F you. We're giving it to McMahon.
And of course,
Even
Dolph Ziggler, F you. Dolph Ziggler went through Kurt Angle and Seth Rollins only to lose to Shane McMahon in 2.5 minutes.
Disgusting. I can't stand it. God.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. How the hell was Shane McMahon capable of winning a match?
I don't know. I don't know.
Shane
Man should be in a
McMahon.
wheelchair by now.
Yeah, Shane McMahon beats Dolph Ziggler in 2.5 minutes.
That's just flat out.
It's just ridiculous, man.
I like why.
You have Dolph go
right.
through Kurt Angle and Seth Rollins. Those are two big names. Dolph Ziggler beat Kurt Angle. Then he went on to beat Seth Rollins. Both good matches. And then all just to lose to a freaking McMahon in 2.5 minutes. You know what would be even worse? You know what would be even worse? You know what would be, guys, you know what would be worse?
What?
What's up?
What if it was Vince who won?
Let's not talk about
Oh, this podcast will go for 5 hours. I swear to God. I would have so much to say.
I need to take a quick moment about this Universal titles picture and the World Cup finale. Just give me a moment.
That's how we all feel.
All right, I feel better.
Can I
now.
say my rant about this?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Your turn, Ryan.
So-called World Cup.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to rant a little bit more on this than the Dallas Cowboys and Braun Strowman losing. But let me just say,
The Cowboys are ass.
that's true. Jerry Jones is ass too, just like Vince McMahon. Never trust billionaires.
You were saying, Ryan?
Anyway, this whole World Cup thing was a complete joke from the start because really what a World Cup should have been, what it should look like, was have different superstars from different countries, not all the competitors from the United States. You might as well just have called this the American Cup.
Fact.
And, this World Cup was actually going pretty good until we get to, Shane McMahon entering himself, and Shane McMahon wins the whole thing. What in the hell kind of tournament did we just watch? That's what I want to know.
The ultimate bullshit
Like,
tournament.
what in the hell goes through these writers' minds when they make these decisions?
Sunshine and rainbows, Ryan, and popcorn, and cotton candy. This is Disneyland. Jeez,
and me and Willie, and of course I know other you guys I've talked to about this, but a lot of people wonder, why we don't want. Now you see why we don't want Kenny Omega, Okada, and other guys like that in the WWE, because all they're going to do is just get buried.
How do you know? Go ahead, Ryan.
When they come to the main roster, they are getting buried.
Oh, how do you know?
How do you know?
Nakamura, buried. Samoa Joe, buried.
Finn Balor.
Samoa Joe's been buried. Balor.
I hate to say it,
do
but
not get me started on Balor. I cannot stand the sight of Finn Balor right now. I can't stand him right now.
Eats popcorn.
Damn, that hurt.
Sips tea.
Sips popcorn.
Sips tea.
He eats popcorn, sips tea, and sits in Finn's funhouse.
A
joke.
And I'm sorry to say this, but CM Punk was kind of right all along.
Punk had a crystal ball on the stage that we couldn't see. He predicted everything.
Now, I think it makes you appreciate CM Punk's pipe bomb even more today.
At the time, we were too. Here's the thing: at the time, we were too stupid to listen to him.
We didn't really know how much we needed.
I don't know what
CM
I was
Punk.
doing when he cut the shoot promo or the cut, whatever they call it,
Pipe bomb.
the pipe bomb, whatever they call it. I don't know what I was doing, but now looking back at it, man, he was right about everything. And once again, let me say something here. It's okay to criticize this company. I've had people coming in and saying, "Oh, you're too negative. Oh, you just don't watch it." If I hear that comment about don't like it, don't watch it one more time,
And here's the thing. People that criticize, that say, if you don't like it, if you criticize it, then don't watch it.
Here's a good one. Oh, you're not a real fan.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same kind of people that watch NFL, watch NBA, and whatever kind of sport they watch. They watch their sports teams, and yet they complain about the type of stuff that general managers make for their teams, and they complain about that. I mean, we have a right to complain.
People who say don't watch are WWE sheep. Where I'm coming from, I watch all the companies: Ring of Honor, New Japan, Wrestle Circus, they come back to life. Those companies. We're wrestling fans. What?
I said rest in peace to Wrestle Circus.
I know. Let's give a moment of silence to Wrestle Circus.
Yep.
Okay, anyways, moving on. These people who come on here and say, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it. You people need to get a freaking life. It's okay to be critical. It's okay to be critical of this product. Call them out. That's what we're doing. Call them out when they do wrong. You don't like it? Fine. That's what we're here for.
Bingo.
That's why people like me, because I'm freaking real. I don't hold back.
That's right. It's like
Pat enough of this crap.
we're here to express our voices matter. To us, our voices matter.
Our passion, our love for this business. And that's why we do it, because we love this business. We don't want them to go under.
Yeah, think about this.
But we're
we don't do these podcast episodes just so we could get views or something. We do this because we want to let our opinions out to the fucking world.
And if the world doesn't want to hear it, that's on them. That's on you people.
You don't want to hear it?
If you people don't like it, go ahead, Kristen.
If you don't like what we have to say, don't watch the fucking podcast.
Don't listen to us. Do not listen to it. We're not the podcast for you. Go watch somebody go watch somebody else. Go watch a WWE sheep who will suck up to this business and defend them at every single freaking opportunity they get.
I'm just saying,
freaking real.
And I will also say this right now and everything, we wouldn't have done literally 20, not kidding, 20 episodes of this podcast if we just freaking hated the company. We wouldn't have done over 20. Here's the thing, we're on episode 20 now. We could be going on to so many episodes, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 in the future, and we would still do this because we love wrestling. That's just how we are. We're wrestling fans for life.
That's how we operate. Mm-hmm. We're losers. We love wrestling, and we cannot, this company, that they just been doing this shit show. And as of late, I've been tuning out.
Every company is not perfect. We're gonna criticize stuff that we don't like, Like,
You don't think I criticized Ring of Honor?
We're not gonna suck up to it and be like, oh, this is good when it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we're not. Every you trolls out there saying, oh, these people, oh, they know what they're talking about. Oh, they're not real. Oh, they're saying what everyone else is saying. No, we're not.
And here,
no, we're not.
Think about this as well. Another thing people say responds, you shouldn't really take it that seriously because it is scripted after all. We're like, yeah, we do this for movies too. Like the time in Avengers Infinity War when, spoiler alert, like Loki or Spider-Man died, we got pissed about it or sad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean we don't hate the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
No.
We don't like Crown Jewel whatsoever. We can agree with that, but that doesn't mean we hate the WWE.
No. We hate what the WWE does nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of shit.
And here's kind of another example.
Yeah.
Right. Connor and Kelsey can relate. Being a Dallas Cowboy fan, there's a lot of decisions that I don't like that Jerry Jones makes. And it's not saying that I hate Jerry Jones. I don't hate the Dallas Cowboys, but I hate a lot of the decisions that they make. And I have a right to be upset about that because I am a fan of the Cowboys. I have a right to give my opinion of what I think about the Dallas Cowboys. And, I can say right now the Dallas Cowboys suck. I think Jason Garrett needs to go. I think Scott Linehan, whatever his name is, needs to go. I have a right to say that. It's just like anything with WWE. I have a right to be upset with Braun Strowman losing. I have a right to be upset at Vince McMahon and the writers. Mm-hmm. It's just the way that it is. It's not saying that I hate WWE, but I don't like some of the decisions that they make, and I have a right to, agree or disagree. Same with anybody else, and I don't have to exactly agree with them, but I do respect their,
opinion.
Decision. Yeah, their opinion.
Think about this. There's even us in the Losers Lounge. We have different opinions about things from each other. Yeah. For example, Willie doesn't care about Nia Jax's heel turn from last night, and yet I do. And he respects it, even if he disagrees with my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an opinion, folks.
All you pretty much say is, that's your opinion, I respect it, and just like I respect Willie's opinion.
But for you people to type away on the internet and say, oh, and to start like drama and wars like that, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I believe dramas and wars, I just now remembered, is why BC and Rollins left in the first place. Back over in May.
Drama's overrated.
Yep.
We'll just say one last time.
And that's our stance.
Let's just say one last time, Connor. We love it that you're here, man.
I know. I'm excited. I'm going over here.
God miss you, Connor.
We miss you, Connor.
All right. Is that everybody who's talked about the World Cup?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
One day I'll be in that World Cup.
Yeah. No.
You'll win the whole thing and then curb stomp Vince McMahon backstage.
Hey, is there?
In the meantime, folks, we're shockingly not done. We still have one more embarrassing main event to talk about.
I legit forgot about this because I was still ranting about Braun Strowman losing the title and the World Cup. I totally forgot about this match.
I legit turned off the pay-per-view because I was so infuriated with Braun Strowman.
The Brothers of Destruction versus D-Generation X, and yes, that includes the returning Shawn Michaels. And I will say, I don't give a crap if people are saying I'm taking this too far, but Shawn Michaels lied to us.
8 years of lies, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Lied to us. Saying
this
like nothing would ever convince me to come back. Apparently $10 million would.
And before we get started, folks, go ahead and write in the comments down below. Oh, the losers are going too far. Oh, Christian's being too negative. Oh, Christian's going too far. Shut the fuck up.
For one thing, being negative is kind of my thing when it comes to the Sins videos. I mean, here's the thing. People have also said this to me. Why do you, if you're always so negative, why do you keep saying think optimistically? I'm like, that's nothing to do with my views on wrestling. The think optimistically is how my views on life.
Fact, bro.
Yeah.
So my thing is think positively. Yeah, positivity.
Bingo.
Yeah, positivity.
Anyways.
Positively.
No, I can't even talk today.
It's okay. Shawn Michaels lied to us by saying he would never come out of retirement and saying I don't give a. He was like, I don't even give a crap if this was, as he quoted on it, a one-time off with friends, because it still destroyed WrestleMania 26 and the magic.
And I don't want to see Shawn Michaels in the ring ever again.
The magic.
I'm sorry. I love you.
The magic that Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker
Love
made.
you too, Kelsey. Just I know it's from.
The magic that
Excuse
Shawn
me?
Michaels and The Undertaker made at WrestleMania 25 and 26, at the perfect culmination of Shawn's career, that has all been destroyed, all because of a stupid nostalgia act. That's all this is. It's a pathetic nostalgia act.
I'll be back.
And after the last two matches that happened, nobody gave a fucking shit about it. And the match itself was like nearly 30 minutes long, and slow pace, boring. Shawn was botching pretty much everything. Everybody was botching everything. And don't get me started on the finishing pedigree.
That pedigree was awful. Me and Jordan were like, what the heck was that?
I know at that point something was wrong.
Yeah. All right, Connor, your thoughts.
Honestly-
Connor, your thoughts on this main event?
Shawn Michaels is my favorite of all time, and people that know me know that. But I mean, I don't think he should have came out of retirement. I mean, it was cool seeing him back in the ring, but I mean, it was just not. I mean, it wasn't a great main event, honestly. It was not great. It was just, eh.
I apologize for interrupting, but let's not forget bald.
That's what I kept saying when he took off his. And I was like, bald.
I couldn't take him seriously with the bald head. I just couldn't.
Bald
It's
DX
not
the
versus
same.
Hair Brothers of Destruction. That was super weird. Anyways, Connor, you were saying about the main event?
Yeah, all I gotta say was it was just an main event. I mean, it was cool seeing Shawn back in the ring, but he shouldn't really came out of retirement, honestly.
Yeah, I really don't think that was. It's like Shawn was one of the very few who I believe was the last that could keep their word about being about staying in retirement, because look at The Undertaker. He lied to us at WrestleMania 33.
That thing there. What a joke. Oh, but he's going to retire at next year's WrestleMania.
We've heard that so many fucking times. We don't even believe anything anymore.
Nope.
There's nothing to believe in pro wrestling anymore.
They should have kept it at 20-0 and had him retire.
Bingo.
At WrestleMania
They
28.
should not have let Brock in the streak out of all fucking people.
You know what? I'd much rather have, this probably going to be controversial, but Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns probably should have ended the streak. He's young. Taker did want a young guy to put him over.
And while Roman did defeat him at WrestleMania, that was the second defeat.
Yeah.
Streak wasn't on the line, though, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was the
I'll
second.
watch that for when I go.
Yeah. Kels, what did you think of the fact that So you said you didn't watch it, but the fact that I don't think you even need to watch it to know that it was embarrassing.
Yeah, I heard it was bad.
Shawn Michaels delivered a moonsault and landed on his fucking face outside the ring.
I know.
That wasn't his fault, though. I'll give him that. That was just all. They just didn't even.
I noticed.
It was all looked
I
awful.
noticed after he missed the moonsault, or he landed on his face, Undertaker kind of grabbed him and pulled him to him, asking him if he was okay.
Yeah, because I got a little scared when it comes to that, because these guys are freaking old and everything. I mean, the youngest was Triple H, and he's 49.
And now he has a torn pec. Well done. I did tweet out that somebody was going to break, like pull a hip or something like that. I didn't expect a pec to be, torn.
Didn't he injure that same?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
in-
think
I
so.
thought it was his quad for a second. I was going to say, oh, great. Like he tore his quad again. So I was like, oh, great. He pulled a Kevin Nash.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Kevin Nash that does it.
I know.
Not Triple H.
Yeah, so true.
So it's like very, very sad that our heroes and everything from back in the old days are just reduced to this.
Shawn Michaels is bald now, and it's disgusting.
Ryan, your thoughts on the main event?
I mean, personally, it was cool seeing DX and the Brothers in Destruction return, but I didn't really care for this match. I mean, at best, it was probably an okay match. But, I mean, if this was 10 years ago, then maybe I would be more invested into it. But I didn't really care for it. And you know, I'd seen HBK. It was cool, but I mean, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Like it used to be like 10 years ago. It just wasn't the same. And, you know, and this is the kind of stuff I kind of get upset about. And especially, let me take you back 2 years ago where we had the draft. Raw and SmackDown Live, you know. They said it's a new era. It's a new era. And what happened? I don't see no new era. I don't see no new era. It's still the same era that it's always been.
It's a sham.
You know, and it's like you know, where are guys like Bray Wyatt at? They should be
buried.
Used. You know, you bury guys.
I thought
like
he was
these
injured.
guys.
No. Apparently Matt Hardy's back in the ring. So
That was
yeah,
just,
that's what I heard.
actually, that was just a one-time thing.
Oh.
He didn't wrestle a match. He just got involved in a little brawl.
Uh,
And that's actually
Cool.
fine because we've seen people get involved in brawls, and I actually don't have a problem with that.
where people
Yeah.
like, oh no, Shelton Benjamin. Remember that? Remember all the hype Shelton Benjamin got?
Where the hell
Yeah.
is he? What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Buried
Last time I saw him, he was wrestling Daniel Bryan, but
in a good match, but you know, still buried. Balor,
Yeah.
buried. Soon to be buried, Undisputed Era. Soon to be buried. Soon to be buried, Bianca Belair.
oh shoot. You know what? I'm also really scared for Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream when they get in their roster.
I just sneezed, my God.
No.
For Velveteen Dream.
No.
I have you have reasons to be scared for Velveteen Dream. I think you all know why.
The Velveteen Dream.
I'm more scared
Hit
of
it.
people like, Matt Riddle. Wait until Matt Riddle gets called up.
Bow,
Who?
Man.
Who the fuck's Matt Riddle?
bow.
That former UFC guy.
Ah, I wouldn't know. Sorry.
It's cool.
No,
He
where?
just signed with NXT.
I just want to see
When she gets
Keith
called up.
Lee. I just want to see Keith Lee and that'll be okay.
Man.
Keith Lee.
Velveteen
That's why-
Demon. Sorry.
That's why, thankfully, WWE 2K19, you create your own universe mode and treat the superstars how you want them to be treated.
Ow.
Watch
Yeah.
them have Undisputed Era come up, and they're gonna have Kyle O'Reilly have this like disgusting gimmick.
They're
There's
gonna
gonna be no air
just
guitar.
suck the system.
There's gonna be no air guitar. Roderick Strong's gonna be put on 205 Live. You know,
Shut the Don't
I'm
ever say
joking.
that again.
205 Live is good now.
Well,
I
I
mean,
would
good
know.
thing
I
for
don't
him.
watch it.
Same.
You know, it's really like Vince McMahon just doesn't want to like take a shot with the new guys. Like he doesn't want to pull the trigger.
Doesn't 205 Live come on Wednesdays now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same with NXT UK, which is a good show, by the way.
Speaking of which,
is.
folks, next week we'll be talking about NXT War Games and Survivor Series.
yeah.
Yes.
Holy crap! Next
I'm
we're the
ready.
Go Home show.
So like,
So many
Yeah,
pay-per-views, WWE. Oh my God.
at least like right now we still got to finish up this one about the main event.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that we'll get to the rest of that stuff in a little moment. But first, Willie, your thoughts on the main event with DX and Brothers of Destruction?
I was too pissed off to watch this match. I mean, I watched it. It was on my TV. Are you good, Kels?
Yeah.
Okay. It was so sloppy. My gosh. I get it. They tried their best. They tried. It didn't work out.
Well,
Come
they're
on,
all
man.
they're all
They're all
old, so
They're all old. It was just so. Seeing Sean Russell with no hair, that brought a tear to my eye. And not the good kind. I said, not the good kind. I'm like, that's my childhood right there. You know? Doing moonsaults like he was like in his 20s, which is cool. You know, Triple H and Undertaker doing a slingshot and turned into the barricade, which was legitimately awkward. My God. And I don't have anything else to say about this match. It was sloppy. Shawn should never wrestle again. I don't want AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels in right now. Actually, ever. Let me phrase that, ever.
Just think about
I don't
this.
want him and Gargano. I don't want him and Velveteen Dream. I don't want him and Kevin Owens. I don't want him and Jeff Hardy. I don't want him and Balor.
whoa.
Him and Seth Rollins.
Just think about this
What?
right here. If
That's
Shawn
cool.
Michaels can hardly keep up with the freaking Undertaker, then how the hell can he keep up with the stars of today?
How can you keep up with the
Yeah.
Seth Rollins? That's the big question. Or Balor, you know?
The
You can't.
only way that would work is if like the people like AJ or Seth, if they were being forced. The only way that this could work is if AJ Styles or something like that was forced to tone down again, even worse.
Like they toned down Nakamura and Asuka and all those promising talents.
Yeah.
Yep.
Disgusting. Makes me sick how they're treating these people on the main roster, especially the Japanese talent and it just irks me. Oh yeah, Nakamura's still United States champion. Who remembers that? Anybody?
I honestly forgot who the United
Oh, there was a
States.
pre-show on this show, right? There was. I almost forgot. Yeah, Rusev and Nakamura, which nobody remembers.
Yeah.
My God.
We don't talk about pre-show.
Unless they're good. But in this case, we ain't talking about that. Nakamura retained. Who cares?
I forgot he was the champ.
I don't blame you on that, Kels. I don't blame you on that at all.
I literally had to look up who the United States champ was because I forgot. No joke.
That's how bad it is, folks.
So bad, so disrespectful. Just put the US title on somebody good, please.
Watch my universe mode. Trust me, I would treat the superstars in the right way.
Go subscribe to Rice to Ryan's YouTube channel.
And check me out too. I do amazing rants.
I got Sami Zayn as the United States champion, the way he should be booked.
Nice, man.
You're not gonna find that on the main roster. You're not gonna find that on WWE's main roster.
All right, folks. We just got done talking about Crown Jewel, and I think we finally let out all our frustrations about the show. I feel better.
Pretty much.
I feel good. That felt so good.
Yep.
Yep.
Before we continue, I just want to say one last time, BC and Rollins, how cool was it to have him here on the 20th episode?
That was awesome.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
The 5 of us here.
It was glorious.
That guy's irrelevant and buried.
The furious 5 members of the
You're
Losers.
irrelevant and buried.
Ow.
Think about this.
Ow.
The furious 5 members of the Losers Lounge.
The Furious 5? What? Okay.
Okay, now that's a Kung Fu Panda reference.
Before we head out, I'm just gonna actually say this, depending on whether or not if it does happen, but I am gonna do this early. Congratulations, Christian Maracle, for reaching 100,000 subscribers, even though it hasn't happened yet, but he's almost there.
I have 295 subs left.
Woo, that's cool.
Congratulations.
And that's gonna be great. I'm gonna predict it's either gonna be next week or the week after because I'm gonna have a party. I'm hoping it's gonna be before Survivor Series so I can have a party at my place for Survivor Series and the 100K celebration.
That'd be fun, man.
In the meantime,
whenever you get 100,000, you're gonna get a plaque. That's awesome.
Yep.
In the meantime, folks, next week's podcast, we are gonna be predicting NXT TakeOver War Games 2 and Survivor Series. That's going to be fun.
I'm so hyped.
Wait, War Games is next Saturday?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I think Survivor Series is probably going to top War Games, if I'm being honest.
Possibly.
It could
Oh my God, Ronda versus Becky.
You don't know how excited I am for that.
Finally, we can at least look at some and say, like, when it comes to Survivor Series, I could care less about, the storylines because, this is all about Raw versus SmackDown, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah, and that reminds me. Alexa is the Raw Women's
Captain. She's not competing, but she's the captain, just like, Baron Corbin is sadly still the captain of Raw.
So, I wonder who's going to be the captain of SmackDown. Hopefully Charlotte, because Paige, asked Charlotte, and Charlotte was like, I don't know.
She's thinking about it.
Bitch.
Here's what we're going to do, folks, ladies and gentlemen. On next week's podcast, the members of the Losers Lounge, we are going to decide which team we're going to be voting for the entire night of Survivor Series. Because once we decide Raw or SmackDown, we got to stick with it for all the matches of Raw versus SmackDown.
I bleed blue.
I bleed red. And SmackDown Live 24/7.
However, I grew up
on SmackDown. So.
However, I think it's best that we don't make our full decision until we know who's all on the teams.
Very true.
So, in the meantime, I wanted to take this moment to say, Connor, your thoughts on coming back for this podcast episode?
It was very fun, man. I actually enjoyed it a lot. So hopefully, maybe I'll be on another episode soon.
Yeah, well, like we said, you're welcome back anytime. Connor, B.C. Rollins is irreplaceable. We have kept our word since the moment he left. And besides, think about it. We've mentioned this before on so many podcast episodes, but I think Connor can confirm it here. he's going to try to become a professional wrestler.
I am trying my best, man. I am training, so.
And we have a lot of faith in you.
Yep.
And I think it's
You can do it.
Yep. Hey, Kelsey, your thoughts on the fact that the original 5 members of the lounge is here doing this podcast episode?
I'm so happy. Like I was waiting for this day.
Yeah. It's been like a very long time since all 5 of us were here together. That was actually the Backlash 2018 review. Coincidentally, another bad pay-per-view.
Yep.
Wow.
Beast and Rollins could be here for future special episodes. He may even he has a choice of showing up whenever he wants to, kind of like he did earlier. We don't know if he'll be back for next week, but if he is, he is, and if he's not, he's not. That's entirely up to him. He's basically the Brock Lesnar of us, except we actually like him.
I was actually about to say that.
He's Brock Lesnar, except we actually like him, and he actually cares about us.
Fact.
Willie, your thoughts on the fact that every single member of the lounge is here?
It's too sweet, man. You know that. It's great to have you guys back together. You know, family here. You know?
I'm pretty sure we're
great.
gonna have a lot of fun when it comes to talking about stuff like the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Oh, I can't wait for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
There's gonna be a different setup this time.
the Double R Rice to Rhino will be at the Royal Rumble at Chase Field.
Yep.
Lucky.
Yep.
Hey Connor.
You mind driving me, Ryan?
Yeah, take Connor with you.
I'll come pick you up. Hopefully, believe it or not, actually, ladies and gentlemen, I actually was on Ride Along, WWE Ride Along.
That's true.
Last night.
That was cool, man.
So hopefully, maybe I can get on again.
Now, thank you guys very much for listening to this Losers Lounge podcast, the Rants on Crown Jewel. We'll see you guys next week for the predictions of NXT War Games and Survivor Series. And until next time, thank you once again to BC and Rollins for showing up. This is all of us having fun. And we'll see you guys next week.